In today's video, we'll be looking at the Attachment tab. The Attachment tab allows us to attach all sorts of files that we can't use within Notebook to our Notebook lesson. There are some important points about the Attachment tab we need to know. Firstly, you can attach all files that run on your computer normally. This simply means any file that you could run on your computer, or open, or play, or show, can be attached to your Notebook file and it will run and play on your computer. If you don't have the software on your computer, the attachment won't open. If you download a Notebook lesson from the Smart Exchange and there's an attachment for a specific software program and you don't have that program, chances are it won't open. Therefore, you won't be able to conduct the entire lesson. Inserting copies of files is better than shortcuts. We're going to have a look at that in a moment and we'll see why that's important. Inserting web addresses. Use a display name to help you remember when you want to use that specific web address or link during your lesson. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Firstly, let's start by seeing how we get files and attachments into the Attachment tab. Firstly, let's see how we insert our files and documents and links into our Attachments tab. If I click on my Attachments tab, down the bottom you will see there is an Insert button. Once I click on that, I have three options: insert a copy of a file, insert hyperlink, or insert shortcut to file. Before, I said it's better to insert a copy of the file and not a shortcut. The simple reason for this is if I was to insert a shortcut to a file on my computer, when I save and share this lesson with everybody else, those of you that want to use it will not be able to get to my file because it's on my computer. Therefore, it's better to insert a copy of a file. So if we click Insert Copy of File, I will go choose a file. I'm going to take a song, click Open, and you will see that it gets inserted along with the rest of my documents into my Attachment tab. If we have a look what I have in there, I have an example of a PDF, another Notebook lesson. So if I was doing revision or recapping or introducing a new topic, I could actually have that lesson inside my lesson waiting to go. I have a Word document. I also have mspaint.exe, which is an executable file, which means if I click on that, it actually opens the program that I'm going to use. So should you be wanting to show the kids how to use a specific software program, you can actually have that file in there and launch it from Notebook. I have another file, which is a song, and then I have a URL, which is a link, and this says at the end of the lesson. So if I go back to my Insert button and click on Insert Hyperlink, it gives me the option to put in the hyperlink. Now, the best idea would be to open that web page before and simply copy and paste the web address from the web page into the hyperlink here. And as I mentioned before, you can give it a display name. I already have at the end of the lesson, so now I can have start of the lesson. Click OK, and that goes into my Attachments tab. And when I click on that, my Google page. Another thing to note is if you're using linking in your lesson, whether you're linking to a word or an object or a picture, when you link to that, it automatically brings whatever you are linking into the Attachment tab and makes a copy of it. So that'll automatically put a copy into your Attachment tab. The one thing to note is the size of these files. You'll notice that some are quite small and some are quite big. The more you add into your Attachments tab, the bigger your actual file gets. So keep that in mind when you're wanting to share it or post it online. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by the TTA.